Alrighty, this is the final part. I have 31 minutes left on my phone, guys. I'm going to watch my amazing video before you guys. Upload it. I'll upload it around 7, 8 o'clock this morning. When the internet cord is back, and then after that I will upload it, and you guys will enjoy my video, and I might make another video afterwards, and then go to bed as usual. I'm waiting for my check, obviously. This month I spent my money. I spent all my money, and I have to wait 6 days for my fucking check, and I have a good 2.5 days left till I get my next check, and I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna make sure. I always make sure I have enough money until I get my following check. When I don't have money, it drives me nuts. I don't have to smoke, obviously. And that's why I'm never doing this again. I'm never gonna drain all my money before I get my following check. I'm never gonna do that again. Obviously. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta be careful about Peter Jackson. He's a greedy animal, man. He's greedy, man. We live in a greedy world. Because even though Keanu Reeves is greedy, I heard he does some generous deeds. I heard there's a rumor that he gave all the main Lord of the Ring, all the main Matrix guys $1 million of his salary. I highly doubt he did that, and I heard he gave one person was tight with his money, and he gave that person a $30,000 Christmas bonus, and he bought all the some of the main guys a nice bike, Harley Davidson bikes or something like that. I heard that's a rumor I heard online, but chances are Keanu Reeves took the whole $250 million for himself. But I heard he bought some of his stuntman guys for John Wick a nice nice Rolex watch, like a $8,000 Rolex watch. I heard he bought them that. Yeah, I heard Keanu Reeves does some nice deeds, obviously, but Keanu Reeves is obviously a greedy animal. The fact that he took the $250 million for himself, he's greedy too. But he's not as greedy as Peter. Peter has greed on another level, man. He's greedy, man. Peter is a greedy animal. He's greedy, man. Because at least Carrie Ann Moss made pretty good money for the Matrix. I heard she made a good 800,000, 500,000 bucks, $800,000 $1 for the Matrix, which is not bad, right? Whereas the Lord of the Rings actors made peanuts, man. They only made 250, 175K, and Peter Jackson took the treasure for himself, man. He's greedy, man. He's a greedy animal. He's greedy. I guarantee you, even the New Line CEO is holy shit, Peter is a greedy animal. We paid him $250 million, and he's taking us to court. Yeah, at the end of the day, if they owed him money, he had every right to take him to court, obviously. But that's how you know Peter was greedy. He made his $250 million, and he thought they were keeping money from him, and he took New Line to court. That's how you know Peter was a greedy shark, man. He's a greedy animal, yeah, man. He took all the treasure for himself. Whereas me, I'm not taking all the treasure for myself. I'm giving the actors a piece of my treasure. I'm taking the majority of the pie, obviously. I'm giving them even though I'm greedy, I'm giving the actors a small piece of my treasure. They're sharing in my wealth and success. So I'm greedy, but I'm generous. Whereas Peter Jackson didn't do that, man. He took the whole $250 million for himself, man. The whole $250 million for himself, he took. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have not. Yeah, I have not. I could have given the actors a nice $500,000, $800,000, $1 million of my money. The main 7 actors, but I didn't. I took it off for myself because I'm fucking greedy. Yeah, he's greedy. That's why you gotta be careful. Peter, don't play that greedy game with me. You made your $250 million for Lord of the Rings, and you could have given your 7, 8 actors $1,500,000 of your money. You didn't. You took all the treasure. In my opinion, the actors deserved a good $1 million. They worked their asses off, and Peter just took all the money for himself. They had a huge part to play in your success, Peter. They deserved a nice $1 million of your money, Peter, or $500,000 of your money, and you took it all for yourself, man, because you're fucking greedy, man. Yeah. Obviously, worse. For my movie, even though me and VJ are making our tens of billions, don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? I am nice enough to give Peter a nice $350 million, $300, $330, $380 million in royalties. He's sharing my success. I'm giving the actors a nice 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, $18 million in royalties. So even though the amount of money they're making is pocket, they're sharing in my wealth, I'm generous. I gave them a nice piece of profits. Yeah, Peter, I may be greedy, but I'm not like you. I'm generous. I'm nice enough to give you a nice $350 million in royalties, Peter. You're going to walk away with a $240, $50 million check in your bank for your paycheck. After with your salary, your bonuses, and your royalty checks, you're walking away with a $200+ million check in your bank, Peter. After taxes and your agent. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's nothing about how much you're making. Yeah, Peter, stop thinking about what? Let go of your greed. And let go of your greed, Peter, and just realize that $200 million is a lot of money. You're just greedy. The reason why you're greedy, your reason why is because the reason why you're like this, Peter, is because you're thinking about you're focusing on the amount of money that me and VJ are making, and you think, yeah, that's small. Yes, it's small compared to how much me and VJ are making, but it's a lot of money. 220, $230 million in your bank is a lot of money, Peter, man. That's a lot of money in your bank. You can do a lot of things with that money. You know what I'm saying? You can buy your mansions. You can buy more mansions for yourself. You can buy your jets. You can buy your nice cars. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but compared to how much money you're making, it's chump change. I'm like, yes, it's chump change, but I'm still giving you a lot of money, Peter. You're just greedy, man. Let go of the greed, Peter. What about you, Ivan? You have to let go of your greed too. No, Peter, I'm not like you, man. I may be greedy, but I'm generous. I'm giving you a nice $350, $380 of my money, even $400 of my money, Peter. And I'll pay you a $106 million salary. I'm paying you your salary out of my pocket, Peter. I can easily be cheap and pay you $5 million through the salary for the cost of the movie, but I'm paying you $85 million out of my pocket. I'm giving you a good deal. I'm greedy, but I'm generous, Peter. I'm not cheap like you. The difference between me and you, Peter, is I'm greedy and generous. You're greedy and cheap. As you didn't even give any of your Lord of the Rings actors a piece of your money, Peter. In my opinion, guys like Elijah Wood, Viggo Mortensen, Ian McKellen, Dominic Monaghan, Billy Boyd, Sean Astin, you know what I'm saying? Ian McKellen, I believe all those actors deserve at least a good $500,000 $1 million of your money, Peter, and you took it all for yourself, man. All you had to do was tell Warner was, okay, if I make $200 million plus, if I make $200 million plus, $250 million plus, I'll give all the main 8 actors $500,000, $1 million of my money. You didn't even do that, man. You took it all for yourself. Let me ask this question: if you made that money, would you give the actors a piece of your money? Yes. If I knew the main 7, 8 Lord of the Rings actors got peanuts, I would have given them a nice like $800,000, $1 million of my money, Peter. As $8 million is not going to hurt you if you make $250 million. Ivan, you're right. $8 million is nothing if you make $250 million. Yeah, $8 million does not affect your budget if you make $250 million. And yet you took it all for yourself, Peter. You're fucking greedy, man. You're a greedy animal. You're a greedy animal. Ivan, what they made was none of my business. Was not my business. Yes, and what? I guarantee you, I'm not kidding around. I guarantee you the Lord of the Rings actors were shocked when they found out how much money. Holy shit, Peter Jackson made $250 million for Lord of the Rings, and we only made like $250K. Like, holy shit, Peter's greedy, man. You could have easily given us a nice $1,800,000, $500,000 of his money. He took it all for himself. Yeah. He took it all for himself because he's fucking greedy, man. Peter's a greedy animal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Him and Fran took all the money, right? Because Fran's Peter's wife, right? Yeah. Peter took all the treasure for himself, man. Yeah, but Ivan, you're taking all the treasure for yourself. Yes, I'm taking all the treasure for myself, obviously, but I'm giving you a small piece of my treasure. Whereas you didn't give the actors shit. The Lord of the Rings actors shit of your money, Peter. You took it off. You took all the treasure for yourself. Because you're fucking greedy, man. Whereas me, I'm sharing my treasure with the actors. You know what I'm saying? In other words, the Zane's actors won't be pissed off. The Zane's actors will be a bit pissed off, obviously, because they know I'm going to make so much money. I'm making way more money than how much they're making, obviously. But they know they're not worth my royalties. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, even though Ivan's greedy, he's generous. He gave us a $250,000 royalty check for the merch. He gave us a good chunk of the profits for the speaking fee earnings. Yeah, I'm nice enough to give the actors a good chunk of the pie for the speaking fee earnings. You see what I'm saying? And he gave us a nice like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, $18 million in royalties. Yes! I paid you your rich salary and I gave you your millions in royalties. So I'm greedy, but I'm generous. I'm not cheap like Peter. You know what I'm saying? Because Peter's cheap as fuck. As he made all that money, he didn't give any of the actors. He didn't give any of the actors what? He didn't give any of the actors a what? He didn't give any of the actors, man, a good like even $400,000, $500,000 of his money. He could have done that, man. If he gave the main 7, 8 actors $500,000 of his money, that's only $4 million of your money gone. Like $4 million is nothing, Peter. If you make $250 million, Peter. You see what I'm saying? Peter has greed on another level. He's greedy, man. He's a greedy animal, man. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not giving the actors shit. Yeah, because you're greedy, Peter. It's good to be greedy, but it's not good to be greedy and cheap, man. Be greedy and generous. But don't be greedy and stupid. I wouldn't expect Peter Jackson to give each of the Lord of the Rings actors like $5 of money. No, that's crazy. I would never do that. I would never give the actors $5 of my money if I made $250 million. If I made $1 billion, I would have given the actors maybe a nice $4 million of my money. $4 million of my money if I made $1 billion. But if I made $250 million, I'll give them max $1 million of my money. I'm not going to be stupid and give them $2-3 million. No. I would have given them a nice $870,000 $1 million of my money, considering they got shitty money. They got peanuts, man. The Lord of the Rings actors got peanuts, man. They made shit. And Peter took all the treasure for himself. He's fucking greedy, man. He's a greedy animal. Yeah, man. Oh, Peter's fucking greedy, yeah. I guarantee you, Lord of the Rings actors were shocked. Holy shit, Peter's greedy as fuck, man. He made $250 million. He took it all for himself. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even give us a nice $500,000 of his money, man. Holy shit, Peter's greedy. Yeah, he's greedy, man, Peter. He's a greedy animal. You know what I'm saying? He's greedy, yeah, man. Yeah, same as Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is greedy too, man. Keanu Reeves took the $250 for himself. He couldn't even give Carrie-Anne Moss $3 million, $4 million of his money. You know, so I heard Carrie-Anne Moss did not make much for The Matrix. She's only worth $3 million. That's how you know she did not make much money for The Matrix. She probably only made maybe like, I don't know, maybe $1 million for The Matrix. I would have given her at least $3 million of my money, man. Okay, take $3 million, pay me $247, give Carrie-Anne Moss a nice $3 million salary. That way she collects a nice paycheck for herself. A nice, you know what I'm saying? A nice like $1.5 million in her bank. A nice paycheck for her, yeah. And Keanu Reeves took out the money for himself, you know what I'm saying? Lawrence Fishburne, I heard, made a good $20, $25, $30 million, $40 million. He took all the money, obviously. And Keanu Reeves made his $250 million. He took all the money for himself. He didn't even give Carrie-Anne Moss a nice $3 million of his money. I would have done that, man. He would have done that. Yes, I would have given Carrie-Anne Moss a good $4 million of my money. Okay, pay me $246. Give Carrie-Anne Moss $4 million of my money. That way she takes home a nice salary, a nice paycheck. And Keanu Reeves took the whole $250 million for himself because he's greedy, man. He's greedy. But he's not as greedy as Peter. Peter has greed on another level, man. Peter is a greedy animal, man. He is greedy, man. You know, I mean, Peter's fucking greedy. Yeah, Peter's greedy. He's greedy, man. Peter's greedy as fuck. Yeah, he's a greedy animal. You know what I'm saying? As I guarantee you, if Peter Jackson made $1 billion off Lord of the Rings, he still won't even give the actors a piece of his money because he's that greedy, yeah. Whereas if I made $1 billion, if I signed $1 billion deal for a movie, you know what I'm saying, and the main like 8 actors got like, I don't know, the main 8 actors got like a shitty like $500,000 salary, I would give them all a nice $3-4 million of my money. But I'm not gonna be stupid and give them $10 million. No, I would have given them a nice like $3 million of my money, $4 million of my money. Whereas Peter Jackson wouldn't do that because he has greed on another level. He's greedy, man. He's greedy and cheap. He's greedy. Yeah, Peter's so greedy. If he made $1 billion if he made $1 billion off what? Off Lord of the Rings, he still wouldn't even give the actors a nice like $1 million of his money because he's that greedy. He's a greedy animal. Yeah, Peter's greedy. Yeah, he's greedy, man. I don't want to give him $1 million because $1 million is a lot to me. I want every cent of this. You know what I'm saying, because he's greedy. Yeah, he's greedy, man. He's a greedy animal. Yeah, man. He's greedy. All right, if you sign $1 billion deal in Hollywood, would you give the actors a piece of your money? Yeah, it depends how much the actors are making. If the actors made a nice $1.5 million, the actors made if the actors all made a nice like $1.5 million plus, I wouldn't give them a piece of my money because they're well taken care of. If an actor makes $1.5 million, $2 million, $3 million, they're well taken care of. That's more than enough money for them to feed their families and live a good life. But if an actor got a shitty like $2,000 check, you know what I'm saying? Because if I sold out and I was in Hollywood, the Hollywood companies would be offering me and VJ all the cheddar, and they would pay all the other actors peanuts. You know, Ivan, we'll pay you. They pay me and VJ will be signing like Keanu Reeves salaries, man. Will Smith salaries. We sign like $40 million deals and like 10% of the gross sales. Something crazy, like a $300, $400, $600 million deal. You know, so but I told you, I'm not gonna let the gatekeepers do me. Even if I sign, I don't know, a $40 million deal for my salary. You know what I'm saying, for my movie, and I signed like a $600 million deal for the rollies, it's still nothing compared to how much I'm making if I don't sell. And I start Skyscraper. I'm gonna make my like $69 billion on my movie and my merch. You know what I'm saying, the gatekeepers would still be ripping me off, obviously. As if I was in Hollywood, all the Hollywood companies would be offering me all the money, man, and they would give all the other actors the leftover peanuts. You know what I'm saying? It'd probably pay. So if I was in a movie in Hollywood and Will Smith and Keanu Reeves are in a movie, they'd probably pay Will Smith and Keanu Reeves maybe $25 million. And give them a tiny, small, like $20 million deal for the royalties, and they would offer me the big chunk of the pie. Here, Ivan will give you 10% of the gross sales, which is like $600 million, $700 million in royalties, and they probably pay me a rich like $40 million, $50 million salary, and they would take all of me and VJ's billions. Yeah, they would still dupe me, even if the doors are open for me and VJ, it's still nothing compared to the kind of money I would make if I start Skyscrapers and I have my financial control and I don't sell. There's a reason why God gave me the keys. That way I don't have to sell to the gatekeepers. And I can make my own money. Me and VJ have financial control. We can make our own money. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to be careful about the Sharks, man. Because something tells me $350 million in royalties is not enough for Peter. He's going to want like double that. Ivan, I want a nice like $600 million, $700 million of that. $800 million of royalties, Ivan. He might even ask for one. Peter might even ask for more. He might even ask for 1.2%, Peter. Because he wants to make what, like 700 million in royalties, because he's greedy, man. I'm like, Peter, you're getting greedy. I'm only dividing 1% with you, my 7 team, and the Aquas. I'm not going any higher. I'm going to Molo Toro. I'm not going any higher now. You're getting greedy, Peter. And then VJ's shocked, like, holy shit, Ivan. Peter is a greedy pig. Yeah. Peter is a fucking greedy pig, man. Even though Will Smith is greedy and Keanu Reeves and Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, you know what I'm saying? Dwayne Johnson, even though those guys are greedy, they're not as greedy as Peter, man. Peter has greed on another level, man. Greedy is his name, man. The guy is greedy as fuck, man. Peter is so greedy, I guarantee you, if he made $1 billion with Lord of the Rings, he still wouldn't even give the actors $1 million of his money. Because he's fucking greedy, man. Yeah. If I made $1 billion and Lord of the Rings actors made peanuts, I would have given them all a nice $1.5 million of my money. Not $5 million, no, I would have given them a nice like $3, even $4 million of my money. Because I'm fucking generous. But I'm not gonna let them dupe me and give them like $20 million each. No. I'll give them a nice like maybe $3 million of my money, man, if I made $1 billion. Okay, give all the main 8 actors $3 million of my money, $1.5 million of my money. Are you sure, Ivan? That's like $20 million of your money. That's fine. I still have more than enough money in my bank. Peter had more than enough money in his bank, and he took the whole thing for himself because he's fucking greedy, man. He's a greedy animal. Holy shit, Peter's a greedy pig, man. He took all the $250 million treasure for himself, and he left us with peanuts. He didn't give us any of it. We all made fucking $250K. Yeah, Peter's a greedy animal. He's greedy, man. I'm going to get my coffee, guys. Don't hate me, I'm saying. Skip the video if you don't want to wait. Alrighty, sorry for the wait, guys. If you don't want to wait, skip the video. I have a good, I don't know, 11 minutes left around there. 11, 12 and a half, 11 and a half minutes left I have around there on my video. Yeah. It's not just Peter. You gotta watch out for guys like Will Smith and Keanu Reeves and Scarlett Johansson. But But something tells me Keanu Reeves will not be greedy. He'll be like, oh, Ivan, Keanu Reeves probably won't get angry for 0.3. Oh, Ivan, that's a good deal. If your movie does more, and I'm saying, but he might ask me, Ivan, like, why is it such a big deal to you if I make 0.3 if your movie does more? The more money you make, the more money I should make. Keanu, I'm not going to let you dupe me and walk away with like $200 million. No, you're not worth it, man. Warner Bros. May be stupid enough to overpay you, to way overpay you and pay you $250 million. You're not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be stupid and overpay you, Keanu Reeves. You're already making like $60 million in salary and bonuses, and you sign like your $160 million deal. That's good enough, Keanu Reeves. You're getting greedy. So, oh, yeah, that's a good deal. It's a deal, Ivan. He signs his contract, comes in. But something tells me Ben Affleck and Scarlett Johansson are greedy. Scarlett Johansson took Disney to court. She made her rich $20 million. She was on track to make $30 million in royalties, and she took Disney to court. That's how you know Scarlett Johansson's greedy. She's a greedy pig. She might get angry if I give her a conditional deal. Ivan, like, why is 0.1 such a big deal to you? The more money you make, the more money I should make. I'm like, no, Scarlett. The more money I make, the less I reduce your amount. You're still going to make the same amount of money because it balances it out, obviously. If the movie does more, if the movie does like 170 billion, 160 billion around there, you get 0.07, you're still going to make your 40, 45, $50 million in royalties. Minus 10, above 10, it's not that big. It's not a big difference, Scarlett Johansson. You see what I'm saying? You're getting greedy, Scarlett. But Ivan, why is 0.1 such a big deal to you? If I make like 60, 70 $70 million, why are you making a big fuss out of that? You're going to make your like $40 billion off your movie. You're making a big fuss over $70 million. I'm like, Scarlett, would you give me a piece of your royalties if you were in my shoes? No, Ivan, I would pay you your flat like $50 million. Yes. And I'm nice to give you a piece of the royalties. You're getting greedy, Scarlett. I know that feeling. You smell blood in the water. You want to make more money for yourself. I'm not going. That's my deal for you, Scarlett. If you don't like my deal and you're angry, I can terminate the royalty deal, and I'll just pay you your flat like $47 million in salary and bonuses. Ivan, it's a deal. Yes, so she's scared. Okay. I'm saying you know I'm just being an ass. I'm just being greedy. Yeah, you're being greedy, Scarlett. Now, what about you, Ivan? You're greedy too. Like you're taking all the share of the treasure. Oh yeah, because it's my money. I have the keys. I'm a son of God. VJ's the spirit of God. You're what? You're not as big as I'm much bigger than you. Hence why I'm making this money, Scarlett. At the end of the day, me and VJ are the main show. It's not you. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Not let Scarlett dupe you, man. If Scarlett gets angry, I'm like, Scarlett, if you don't like my offer, if $45, $50 million in royalties is not enough for you and you want like $70 million because you're fucking greedy, obviously, I can terminate the royalty deal and I can just pay you your flat $47.5 million with your salary and your bonuses. If you don't like my offer, I have a deal. I'm saying, yeah, you're very generous. Yes, I'm generous. I'm giving you a piece of the royalties. But I'm not going to dupe me, since I'm not going to let you dupe like that, seems there. Yeah. I am not going to let Scarlett dupe like that. Same goes for Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, well, Ivan, why is it one such a big deal? I'm like, Ben, if you like my offer, you're more than welcome to. I'll pay you your what? Your flat salary and bonus if you don't like the royalty deal. Both you guys are going to walk away with a $40+ million check in your bank after taxes. 40, 41, 42, $43 million in your bank after taxes. With your salary, your bonuses, and your royalty check. That's a lot of money, guys. You're $40 million richer. I gave you a good deal. You're just greedy. And even though $40 million is a lot of money, I want a nice like $50, $60, $70 million of that. If they're greedy, I'm like, no, guys. You're not Keanu Reeves. I'm not going to pay you as much as him. And Keanu Reeves wants more money too, but Keanu Reeves will make his $70+ million, $80 million after taxes for the royalties and his salary and his bonuses. A lot of money. Yeah, even though it's a lot of money, I mean, it's nothing about how much you're making. Yeah, because you're not me. You're not as big as me. You're not as big as me and VJ. You are not as big as me and VJ. That's why I'm not going to let them do it like that, Sim Sarah. Yeah. Will Smith is a cocky dude, guaranteed. I remember I saw his interview with his bright interview that he did with his fans. He's like, yeah, I'm the one making all the money, you know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit, Will's cocky and greedy. Yeah, I'm the one making all the money. Is it Hollywood treats Will like a god? They pay him his 20, 25, 30, $40 million, and they give him a nice like piece of the profits. Hollywood treats Will like a god. I'm like, yeah, you may be the star in Hollywood, Will. When you're in my movie, you're no longer the main star. You're my co-star. You built some buzz, but yeah, they mean you're the main show. It's not you. You know what I'm saying? It's not you, obviously. And Will's like, Ivan, why is 0.3 such a big deal to you? If I make like $200 million off your movie, why are you making such a big deal out of that, Ivan? Why are you making a big deal out of $150 million? Like, the amount of money I'm making is chunks of how much you're making. You're going to make your like $40 billion off your movie. and you're making a big deal over $150, $200 Ivan. I'm like, Will, would you give me $200 of your money? No, Ivan, I wouldn't. I would keep it all for myself. Yes. Because I guarantee you some of these actors will be like, yeah, Ivan, like, what about you? Like, you're saying I'm greedy. You're greedy too. Yeah, but the difference between me and you is I'm greedy, but I'm generous. I'm giving you a nice piece of the royalties, money that you would never give me, man. I'm taking most of the treasure, obviously, but I'm giving you some of the treasure. I'm giving you a nice piece of the treasure. But because you guys are greedy animals and you know the kind of money I'm making, you want a higher piece of that. I'm not going to let you dupe like that. You see what I'm saying? You get paid for what you're worth as well, man. You get paid. I'm not going to pay you I'm not going to give you like $300, $200, $500 of money. No, you're crazy. You're not worth that. I'm going to keep you guys around that 100, 80, 90, 50, 60, $40 million for the royalties. I'm not going to let you guys dupe like that, man. You see what I'm saying? But guaranteed, someone like Will Smith will get angry. If I give him that conditional deal 0.3, if the movie does this amount or less, or 0.2, he might get angry. Ivan, like, whoa, 0.2, what the fuck, man? I'm like, Will, I'm not gonna let you walk away with $170, $200 of my money, man. You rip me off, man. Ivan, like, why is it such a big deal to you, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of, you're gonna make your planes off your movie, you're making a big fuss over $200 million. I'm like, Will, I'm not gonna do like that. The movie does more, I reduce it to 0.2. If you don't like my offer, Will, I'll just pay your flat $64 million with your bonus on your side if you don't like the royalty deal. And if you get 0.2, you're still going to make your $90, $100, $110 million in royalties if the movie does more. You're still going to make your $100 million. Oh, that's a deal, Ivan. Yeah, I gave you a good deal. You don't make this in Hollywood, Will. You make like your $40, $30, $20 million for your movies. I'm giving you a $100 million of the royalties. Because Will's greedy, he wants a nice $150, $200 of royalties. Yeah, well, I know you're greedy. You want to make more money. I'm not going to let you do it like that, man. 100, 105, 110, 90, $95 million is good enough, excluding your $64 million side with your bonuses. You're getting greedy, Will. I'm not going to pay you any more than that. You're getting greedy, man. You smell blood in the water. You want to make more money for yourself. You're getting greedy. Hence why you gotta be careful about the sharks, man. Same goes for Dwayne Johnson. He's greedy too. He might get angry too. I'm like, Dwayne, if you don't have my offer, you're more than welcome to work in Hobby. There's Ivan. It's a deal. Yeah, I gave you a good deal. With the small A-listers, you don't really have to worry about them because the small A-listers are not going to ask for 0.1 because they know they're not worth it. The ones who are worth 20, 10, 15, 30, 40, 50, $60 million, those guys are not going to ask for 0.1%. They're probably going to ask for maybe 0.06, 0.07, something like that. I'm like, no, I'm not going any harder than 0.05 for the small A-listers. 0.07, you're being way too generous and they're ripping you off. No. Keep the small A-listers under 0.05, but most of them are going to make 0.01 to 0.02, 0.03 around there. 0.02 on average. So I'm saying that way they don't dupe you. So I'm saying. Keep all the bigger A-listers between that 38, $40 million range to like 112, $115 million range. So the ones who are worth 70 to 199, you keep those guys around 40 to like $65 million range around there. $67 million range. The ones who are worth 200 to like 300, you keep those guys around that 60 to 100 million range. 95, and then the ones who are worth 300 plus million, you keep those guys between that 70 million to 150 million range. So there's a hierarchy of ranks within the bigger acers. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That way they don't dupe you. So if you're a bigger A-lister who's worth like 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, $180 million, whatever it is, those guys get max 0.1%. You don't go any higher than that for them. And the ones who are a bit bigger, who are worth 200 some million, you give those guys 0.2. And the ones who are really big, 300 million plus, you give those guys 0.3. Like Keanu Reeves, Will Smith, Tom Cruise, those guys are worth 0.3. Tom Hanks, Brad Pitt, those guys are worth 0.3. Whereas the ones who are a bit smaller, like Leonardo DiCaprio, Samuel Jackson, Denzel Washington, those guys are worth like 250 million. Those guys you give them 0.2. And the ones who are under them, like Ben Affleck, Mark Wahlberg, those guys, Chris Hemsworth, those guys you give them 0.1. And you lower all those ranks of actors by lower their amount if the movie does more. So the really big ones you lower it from 0.3 to 0.2. The bigger small ones are worth 200 million to 300 million. You lower their salary from 0.2 to 0.1. Some saying. And then the ones who are worth 70 to 199, you lower it to 0.07 if the movie does more. That way these actors don't dupe you. I know what I'm doing. If you do that, I don't have to worry about these actors duping me and walking away with something ridiculous like $200 million. The last thing you want to do is do a movie and have Will Smith take $200 million of your money, man, and have him dupe like that. when he's not even when in reality when in reality you and VJ are the main show. It's not him. He'll build buzz obviously, but at the end they mean VJ are the stars. We're the stars of the movie, man. Do not let Will and Dwayne and all those guys doofy, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, last thing you want to happen is have Scarlett Johansson, and fucking what? And Ben Affleck walk away with like 68, $7 million of your money. No, keep them around that 50, 55, 40, $45 million range. I really don't dupe you, you know what I'm saying? They're not worth any more than that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hence why I'm going to keep harping on this topic. Do not let these Hollywood sharks dupe you. Do not let Peter dupe you. Do not let the Hollywood actors dupe you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, if this video, I ran out of time here. Stay tuned. I'll make a video tomorrow morning, or I might make another video perhaps after I watch my video. And I'll upload the internet cord. The internet cord will get uploaded in a couple hours from now. You guys will enjoy my video. So Ivan Omer, I'm signing out. Peace.